This is a weird one because I almost feel like it could be an outsider and could be I want him to win too.
Okay.
And it's a dead weird one.
Okay. This week's the Masters.
Yes.
And if I said this to you yesterday, I don't know if it's because I don't follow that many like proper golf accounts on social media, but I don't feel like there's been that much buzz yet about the Masters. I'm sure when this goes out on Tuesday, there will be a lot more, obviously. But I am excited. I must add, I'm not as excited as normal, and maybe that's because of the November Masters being so recently.
I think you're right.
But I also still am excited.
Yeah.
I'm probably a 7 where I might normally be a 9 or a 10.
But what's it been? 5 months?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's almost not give us time to miss it.
Well, I've asked you before this to give me 3 picks. So who you want to win, who you think will win, these could all be the same, who you think will win, and lastly, who is your outsider that you think is going to either win or place very highly. So I've got mine. I don't think they're the best shouts. Do you want to hear mine first or do you want to go first?
Just one question on that. What
Okay.
classifies as an outsider?
Well, see, that's what... When I looked at the actual list, it's very hard. Other than the people that are playing that have won it years ago that still got a place, it's very hard. So my outsider isn't an outsider, really, at all.
Okay.
It's a bit of a rubbish shout, in fact. But I had a really good look this morning, and I'll explain who I've picked and why when it comes to the outsider.
Would you like me to... Should we do who we want to win first?
You go first on that, and then I'll follow you.
I want Lee Westwood to win
Okay?
the Masters.
Yeah.
I want to see Lee Westwood putting on that green jacket, or having Dustin Johnson put on that green jacket come Sunday afternoon. I think for so many reasons. One, because he has always been perceived as the nearly man.
Yeah.
You know, he's not won a major yet.
Certainly recently as well.
Certainly recently. But also that almost gets like, he's 48, I think now. He has really kind of gone through it feels like I've really grown up only knowing about Lee Westwood being a professional golfer.
Yeah.
Like, he's been there all through my kind of golfing life. I'd love to see him win a Masters. He's playing unbelievable golf at the moment. I think there's so much emphasis and stress on him, you know, what's the right word, as someone who bottles it. And I'd love him to prove people wrong.
Yeah.
And I want him to finish his career a major champion. That's who I want to win the Masters.
Question on that then. From what I've seen of Lee Westwood at events or on your video you film with him, he seems like a really good guy. I think he's good on social media. Like you said, he turned pro in 1993, so I would have been 2. So all my life I've known Lee Westwood. Question, this might not go down too well with some people, and it's not, again, open-ended question. He's a 47-year-old guy. How would you feel if he won the Masters in terms of the perception of golf to outsiders? So when you think about the best soccer players, footballers in the world, the young, athletic, 35 is pretty much at the end of their career. Does that, if he won at that age, how does that put golf in the spotlight of more people? It could be amazing because people think, actually, you can be at the top level of golf at the age of 47. It's not just for young men. Or does it make young people think, oh, golf's not cool if a guy who's 47 can win?
It's a good point. And I know you mentioned it on the... when
it was Tom Watson
was going to win the Open.
What year was that?
I can't remember now.
When he nearly won the Open at Thingy. Troon, was it?
Yeah.
Can't remember.
No, it was at Troon. What? I don't know the answer. I think it would do good for England and getting more English people in, because I remember when Danny Willett won a few years ago, it did feel like England golf just became huge story. Everyone was talking about, we've got an English champion, he's on the TV here in England. So I think for England it would be amazing because he'd do all the press trips. I think there's a wonderful story. I think, with all the highs and lows. But you're right, it's probably not the aspirational pro that would bring in a massive amount of young golfers into the sport, potentially. But I might be proven wrong with that.
Bit of an open-ended question, really. But
who do you want to win?
So I've got 2, which I know isn't... But I've got Bryson, because I love watching him play golf at the minute. I love watching him smash it. It excites me. He is my Tiger at the moment. Why Tiger's obviously, unfortunately, absent. Bryson's a guy that I turn on the golf to watch him play and watch him smack it. So I'd love to see him do well and win it. And I've also got Tommy Fleetwood. I just think he's due a major. He's been, last few years, he's really kind of upped his game. He's become, obviously, a global name, a household name to some degree. And I would like to see him get his first major under his belt. I'd like it to be the Open, but I'd also, the Open at, was it Birkdale, where he was on form and I had massive hopes for him. But the Masters for Tommy would be a nice look.
Yeah,
that long hair and the green jacket, I think he'd pull it off really well.
Yeah, I agree. And he would again for England, he'd be amazing. For junior golf, would be amazing. So yeah, for the industry, yeah. And obviously, I've met both Westwood and Tommy. They're both amazing people. Yeah, I'd love either of those to win. So my heart's on Westwood.
Think is going to win?
Okay,
I'm intrigued. So you've gone with her.
And this is a weird one because I almost feel like it could be an outsider and could be I want him to win too.
Okay.
And it's a dead weird one.
Okay.
I think Paul Casey is going to win the Masters.
Interesting.
Now, I know that isn't, for some reason, I've just got this feeling. I don't know why. Obviously I could look at the world ranking and go DJ or Bryson or Rory, any of those guys, and you think they're going to win it. But I honestly think Paul Casey with his again, he's got his game on at the moment. That's who I think is going to win the Masters, and you've heard it here first, everybody. Paul Casey is going to win the Masters, as well as Lee Westwood. I want them both to win.
So I've gone with JT, Justin Thomas.
Okay.
I think he came 4th last year, and he obviously recently won the Players. I just got a feeling he's going to do well. I'd like him to win.
Yeah.
I think he might win.
Yeah.
Again, with the Masters, it's the best field in the world, isn't it? So you look at the list of players, you think he could win.
I'm literally on the website now, and I'm trying to pick my guy who I'm thinking is the outsider.
My outsider's not an outsider.
And I'm literally looking at everyone going, yeah, he could win. Yeah, he could win. I mean, literally, an outsider would be someone like Freddie Couples.
Yeah.
Would be an outsider. But apart from that, I look at this list, and anybody has the capabilities of winning.
Well, I'm going to shoot my outsider, and it's not an outsider, I'll be honest, but I've gone with Spieth. And the reason I go outsider...
I think he's an outsider.
Well, I think I've seen him at 16-1 odds, which is quite good odds. But, not low odds, should I say. He's had 4 top 10s this year. So he's come back, hasn't he, really? This year's been his comeback year. He's obviously won the Masters, had 2 tied seconds, and he's had a 3rd place. So he obviously likes Augusta. He can play well around Augusta. I think he's been close this year to winning. It feels weird calling him outsider when he's a past champion and he's still kind of a young guy. But I also, although I could see him winning, I don't think he's going to win. So that's why I'm classing him as an outsider. Does that make sense?
I would definitely. If we were having this conversation last year, we'd have almost been laughing. He was a proper outsider last year, not even close. This year he's on I think another good season. He's no longer an outsider, so I think you can have him as an outsider.
Right. I was worried about that one.
I've got 2.
Okay.
Before
you tell me why have you got them as outsiders, and I'll try and guess one of them.
Maybe just not the names that people throw about winning the Masters. Do you get what I mean? If we did a poll. And I don't think either of these 2 players would be in the top 15.
Top 15
votes from people.
Can you give me one clue, and I can just try and guess one?
Neither are English or UK or American.
I think you're going to go Victor Hovland.
No.
I don't think he's massively an outsider anyway.
I don't think you're going to maybe rate
John
one as an
Rahm.
outsider. No, he's not an outsider.
Well, I didn't think he was, but when you said not American or not English,
so I've got 2.
Think of people that are.
There's one golfer who always is up there, every single Masters. So you think, well, how's that an outsider?
And not American.
Not American. But if you look at it on the grand field of betting in golf and stuff, I mean, let me just see where he is in the world ranking right now. Give me 2 seconds.
I feel like I want to keep saying people, but then they're not. I was going to say Matthew Fitzpatrick, but he's not an outsider, is he?
Let me just get the world ranking up right now. Let me just. I'm going to go off world ranking to classify if these are outsiders.
I'm going to have one more guess. Jason Day.
No,
I don't know why. This is hard.
Right, one of my guys is. Oh my goodness, 27th in the world.
Okay.
So would you class that as outside?
It depends hard, innit? We've got a very loose definition.
My other one, who I thought was going to be higher, is actually 32nd in the world. I'm going to class these as outsiders.
Okay, hit me.
Cameron Smith.
Yeah.
Just plays good. He's not the one who I think is going to do outsider. Louis Oosthuizen.
Yeah.
Big time. He is always up there. Oh, sorry, it popped the mic there. He's always up there when it comes. So I think outsiders, where's Spieth in the world? Because I think Spieth is higher than that. Where's Spieth in the world? Don't know where he is right now. 53rd.
Peck. I'm looking forward to it. As I said, I'm not quite as excited as normally, but I think by the time this podcast actually comes out on Tuesday, I've had a few days to kind of Get excited for it. Watch little clips and teasers. The Masters app is always sick as well.
So good. So good.
I think it'll be good.